Hey guys, KentuckyWallChicken here, and so it's been a few days after the concert. Once again, it was great. I had a great time, sung my heart out, and there was one thing that kind of made me sad, and it's that Al didn't come out after the show to sign autographs. But I can completely understand that he had a legitimate reason why he didn't come out. I mean, I know how hard it is to put on a show like every week. At my school, we usually have like only three performances of the play we're working on, but sometimes I'm like at school till 7 o'clock at night trying to practice for a play the entire week. So I mean, like, I'm spending 12 hours a day at school, and it has happened before that I've gotten so run down by it that I got sick after the play was over. So I mean, we don't want that for Al. Of course we want him to keep doing the concerts and stuff. So I mean, I don't know what the reason was that he didn't come out, but I know whatever it was, he had a perfectly legitimate reason, and I'm perfectly fine with it. So yeah, there was one thing I was a little sad about, and it was that I wrote him a letter. I was going to hand this to him at the concert, and unfortunately things didn't work out that way. So I thought I would read it to you guys, because I really don't know what else to do with this letter at this point. There are a few things I'm going to leave out because it's more, personal stuff, and obviously you don't share that on the internet, so not grossly personal. I hope you don't know what I mean, right? Right? I mean, like, name, age, that stuff. Okay, so anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed my letter. I was actually going to read this to you originally, but, yeah, since I have the original copy here still with me, I'm just going to read it from here. Alright, here we go. Dear Al, I'm going to be honest, I have no idea how to start this letter. There's just so many things I want to write to you about. I'm also a little out of practice writing fan mail. The last time I wrote to one of my idols was when I emailed Barney the dinosaur at age 3. I don't even know if Barney got the message, or if it was just my dad writing the return email. It was probably my dad writing back, seeing that Barney got decapitated by a T-Rex in Jurassic Park. Alright, I'm going to skip over this part because it includes something about my age. I hope you enjoy my letter. I first discovered your amazing work at age 7 when my aunt showed me and my family the video for White and Nerdy for the first time, not too long after it came out. I didn't get all the jokes and references at that age, of course, but I did get the Kirk and Picard joke instantly. In parentheses, I was raised on Star Trek and other classic TV shows. Over the next 8 years, I occasionally learned about your music. I had been a fan ever since I first heard your music, but it wasn't until the release of Mandatory Fun that I truly became a part of the fandom. Before that, I had never even dreamed of owning 27 songs on my iPod playlist from the same artist, mainly because I had never found an artist I had liked that much. I never truly had a favorite singer until I found you. Okay, I attended the concert, and once again, gonna cut this out because personal stuff, on June 8th. It was my first concert ever, and the first best day of my life, in parentheses, the other best day being tonight's concert, of course. Of course, that concert was in Willamsport on August 5th. My parents also really enjoyed the concert, and I'm sure they enjoyed it more knowing that I didn't drag them to some generic boy band's concert, but to someone they actually like. My cousin also came along to the concert. She had been to 2 concerts prior to that one, but they were both tributes to deceased singers, such as Michael Jackson. Before the concert even started, she was talking about how excited she was to see a living person in concert, in quotes. There was a quote I wanted to share with you. It came from my previous music teacher, in parentheses, who actually introduced me to lasagna. She once told me, and my fellow students, and here's the quote, "The good singers stick to one genre of music. The best singers cover them all." This is my favorite music quote ever, and now when I think about it, you always come to my mind. You are the only famous singer I've seen yet that leaves no music genre untouched. That's also the reason I think you're one of the greatest musical artists of all time. I also want to say that whenever I choose my heroes, I believe that their personality is more important than their looks, fame, talent, or any other factor. I always look for the nicest, most down-to-earth people I can find to be my heroes. That has a huge role in why you're my favorite singer. I remember hearing you say once that you're that you had the most boring episode of Behind the Music just because there weren't any falls from grace or major drama issues. Honestly, that made the episode all the more enjoyable for me. I wish more celebrities had that kind of a clean slate. I would feel guilty if I didn't address your wonderful band before closing this letter. All your band members are amazingly talented people, and I love how you guys have been together this entire time. That shows me what great people all of you are. Al, I'm sorry to say that I'll never be able to thank you enough for the concerts and for everything you do. I'm so happy I got to see you and your band in person. Stay safe for the rest of the tour. Sincerely, my real life name that you will not hear. So yeah, that was my letter to Al. I hope you guys thought it was really thoughtful. I mean, I'm sad I didn't get to hand it to him, but I'm okay with it. I mean, he's still the coolest guy in the world, so anyway, I also wanted to tell you some more highlights from the concert. Here, I don't know if you can really see this, but I tried to dress as tacky as possible for the concert. This is what I wore. I'm going to try and make it more and more crazy the more concerts I go to. It's going to be a little while till I see him again, I know, but, you know, that's just what I like to do. So one of the concert highlights is I actually chose the perfect seats for the concert. Now, I mean, I wasn't really in the front. I was actually in the back, you know, in the back row, back. Not really much to see there. It's not the, you know, prime seats to get for the concert. But this time it actually was, because when he did the entrance from Tacky, his entrance into the theater was right next to where I was sitting. So I was only a few feet from him. I could actually see, like, the people pulling in the cables from the camera. And I was like, here he comes. And he came in, and I was like, yeah! And I jumped up and I cheered, and yeah, he was only a few feet away from me. He was pretty concentrated on the camera, though, so I don't think he saw me. If he even saw me out of the corner of his eye, I would be honored. But anyway, so yeah, that happened. And the second highlight from this concert was that I've actually spent a lot of time, even since the last concert, learning the Yoda chant. And I can't get all the lyrics down because obviously they're in different languages, and it's kind of hard to learn stuff when it's in a different language. But I got, like, the whole tune down. I know where everything goes in it. And so while they were doing the Yoda chant at the encore, I was, like, following along. And this girl beside me is just laughing because I'm, like, following along perfectly with it. And finally, when the concert's over, I asked her, I turned to her and I was like, did you like the Yoda chant? And she turned to me and she held out her hand and I shook it. I was like, you are good, girl. So yeah, those were the two highlights of the concert. So anyways, I hope you really enjoyed this video. So yeah, I really don't know what else to say at this point. So thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye.